I woke up like this. Well, okay, most parts of me didn't quite wake up like this, but the quest for flawless has seen so many of us trade in our status as God-made originals for man-made copies. But why? Why? We're so quick to shame, so quick to denigrate, so quick to judge anyone and anything that we perceive as being different from us. But when all is said and done, we are so much more than what we see. Let's live out loud next with Winnie Wanjiru. Hello and welcome to Sheila Lives Out Loud. It's such a pleasure that you're here with us. Please remember to click subscribe to this channel and also click on notifications so you never miss a moment of the show. My name is Sheila Wanjiru and we're living out loud at the wonderful Westwood Hotel with Winnie Wanjiru. Hello madam, how are you?
Hi, fine, thank you. How are you?
I am so happy to see you. Thank you for making the time.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so grateful. You know, we're living in the .com age and you've got to get with the know. Remember, we're always looking for your stories, and Winnie, you reached out to me on Instagram.
Yeah.
So you're part of the generation that's living online.
Yes.
Thank you for making that move. Tell me, why was it so important for you to reach out?
It was important for me to reach out because I feel like I should reach out to a more group of people, because I've been getting DMs. Okay, I've been struggling with my flaw, which is my squinted eyes. And for the longest time, I've been getting DMs and people telling me, oh, so what do you do? Like ladies, like girls, young girls who are suffering as well with their flaws, they'll be asking me like, how do you deal with your flaws? And I cannot reach out to as many people as I would like to reach out to. So I was like, I can come here and tell my story and probably get more other people to tell their stories.
All right, so that is a really big, brief overview of why you felt so much the need to reach out and talk about your story.
Yeah.
But in talking about flaws, squint eyes, and sometimes I think to myself, who are we to call these, when we present ourselves in a certain way, who are we to say these are flaws? If we've been made a certain way, it is wrong for me to come and say, but this is a flaw because then this is how it should look.
Yeah.
I first of all have an issue with people who will say, because your eyes aren't quite like mine, then you are flawed. No, it doesn't work like that.
Sure.
But when did you first notice that you were not quite like everyone else?
I was born like this, and actually I didn't notice that I was like this. When I was young, you know, small kids will come up to me and be like, hi, what's wrong with your eyes? And I'm like, no, I was born like this. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, do you feel pain? I'm like, no. So I used to go to the doctor because they used to swell up and become teary, but I didn't go because they were squinted. So the only option I was being given was operation, and that was a no-no for my mom. So from there, I noticed that they were quite different, that they were not straight, both of them. So yeah, I think from a young age I noticed.
Kids can be quite honest and savage with their opinions. And while they're just asking questions, when did it become different? When did it move from curiosity to just sheer meanness?
Actually, I think with my eyes, the easiest part was living with them. The easiest part was when I was young, because kids, yeah, they can be very honest, but they're very, what can I say?
They just want to know why. Why doesn't it look like what we've seen?
Yeah, and it will not go like, oh, you know, you should do this and you should do that. It will only be a question, and you know, you move on from that. But now, I remember I got on Instagram on, which year was that? 2013. For the first few posts, it was easy until I remember hitting 3,000 likes, and I think 3,000 came with on.
Yeah.
Trolls. Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of people would DM me and be like, oh, you know, like literally I would get almost like 10 DMs and people a day, and people would be like, oh, you should see this doctor, you know, I've heard he does this, he does that. And I remember, because I'm studying communication, and my friend of mine, he told me, he asked me, what do you want to become? So I was like, actually he thought I wanted to become a news anchor. So I was like, so he was like, you know, you're perfect, but you just need to change one thing. And I was like, what? And he was like, have you ever seen, he asked me, have you ever seen an anchor with an imperfection? Then I was like, okay, not really. So he was like, so the only thing that you'll be needed to do is to, you know, see an optician and maybe get your eyes fixed up, and maybe you could do that. So I told him, actually, I don't even want to be on TV, I want to be on radio. Then he was like, oh, okay, fine, it's fine. So if you want to be on radio, it's fine. So, I need a tissue.
You need a tissue? Oh, tissues. Sorry, tissues. We've got tissues. Please don't cry, because you'll make me cry.
Okay.
Keep these on the side of your coat. Okay. Then I keep this because something's telling me you'll still make me cry. Oh. Don't cry. Don't you dare cry.
I'm trying.
Okay. You're okay. You're good. You're fabulous. Now, look at me. I was going to do this like it was on my eye. Okay. What we do understand about social media is not everybody is honest, not everybody is pleased and happy and content with themselves. And the moment they see something different, someone different, suddenly they've got advice, they've got help, or they've simply just got insults.
Yeah.
But having squint eyes, did it ever affect your career and what you wanted to do or still want to do?
Yeah, actually it did. First of all, you know, as a human being, you do have feelings, and it gets to, you know, as much as you want to brush it off, it gets to a point where you start thinking about it, like, yeah, maybe I can see a doctor, and maybe I can change a few things here and there. So it did actually affect some part of my self-esteem. So I decided, actually, let me tell you now where I changed my mind about it. I told my mom about the idea for having a surgery and everything, and she was like, no, you know you have sexy eyes. Now when my mom said sexy eyes, I'm like, hey, my mom has said sexy eyes, so I'm not changing anything.
Yes.
So I was like, no, okay, fine, I can work with what I have, and I can use my story to at least, you know, inspire others and maybe get someone to feel good about themselves.
Now you decided you're going to try and help others who not only, it's not just about squint eyes, it's just about being different, because it's hard, and different is anything from squint eyes to being overweight, to being shorter or to being taller. It's just being different. So what is this thing that you want to do?
So I want to start my own website where I get to feature people who have their own stories to tell. And I got inspired from actually the DMs that I used to get after, because I used to post like my view on my eyes on a post on Instagram, and people would, you know, comment with negative feedback and also positive feedback. So I used to get positive feedback on DMs, and people would be like, oh, you know, I would like, you have beautiful eyes, and I'm also suffering from this type of flaw, and you know, you've inspired me to also, you know, feel good about myself. So I was like, you know, I should get these people together and have them, you know, talk about their story, because I realize it's, when I post something like that on Instagram, it's more than me, because someone else is reading about it. And I got certain DMs, someone saying that she was so depressed and she started cutting herself, and you know, now it's physical, now everyone can see, and she doesn't know what to do about it. So I was like, you know, if I'm to start it, I have to do it right, because it's more than me, it's more than my flaw. So yeah, so that's where.
And it means a lot to you. I can see how passionate you get about it. How can we be part of what you're putting together?
Well, I'm starting my own website. I'm gonna call it Flauntit, and I'm gonna feature as many people as I can, where they get to share their story from being different from the others, and what they want to tell and what their challenges are. So I want to use these guys to inspire more. And the main thing about this, it's not getting our stories out there, it's feeling good about yourself. So yeah, I'm gonna, and I started my own line of hoodies where there's different kind of prints where it's called Flaunt Your Flaws. So yeah, you can rock it and, you know, feel good about yourself as well.
All right.
Yeah.
So the future is about empowering others, and you're not going to stop posting pictures of yourself. So anybody who's got a problem can just unfollow or just keep it moving.
Yes.
Just click like and keep on moving,
Yeah.
because they're not going to keep you from expressing yourself in any way you want to express yourself.
Sure.
What would you like to say to somebody who's watching and has probably struggled with a flaw or a perceived flaw, and it's really kept them from living their best life? They probably even removed themselves from social media or are just not going for the things that they really want simply because of what people are going to say about them.
What I would like to say is you should look beyond the negative comments, beyond everything that people are saying, because I remember one day going to the mirror and I looked at my eyes and I'm like, by then my eyes are different. And man, do I love my eyes, because, you know, it's different. And I like being recognized apart from, you know, like the chick with the, you know, those eyes. So I like being different from that. So people should realize that being different is an awesome thing. It's something that you should be proud of, and you should, you know, flaunt it, you know.
Just
be you.
It's what you've been given.
Yes.
What are you going to do? You're already here now, so enjoy the ride.
Sure.
Now that you're here, we wish you so much happiness and all the very best in your journey.
Thank you.
And I still think if it's being an anchor that you want to be, still try. I don't see why you shouldn't. You've got a heart of gold, and maybe if that's where you should be, then that's where you should still keep pushing too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Winnie, for being on the show. You truly are going to go places. Follow your dreams. Don't let anybody stop you. And if anybody trolls you, just keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. We are going to post contacts of Winnie's new site as soon as it's up and ready.
Yes.
You're going to share those with us, and then we're going to post them. But we're also going to give you her Insta and Facebook links so that you can connect with her. If you're going through things simply because you're not like everybody else, it's okay. None of us is like anybody else. Believe that. Wherever you find yourself, whatever you do, remember to live out loud. But we are at Westwood Hotel saying bye for now.